Hey, it's Kelly from IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and I am back with another Weight Watchers Smart Point friendly recipe idea. And don't forget, if you like tonight's recipe, please like, share, comment, and subscribe so that I can do more of these. Tonight we're going to be making air fryer That Man's Chicken. And the reason that it's called That Man's Chicken is years ago my husband and I attended a cooking kind of a class or a seminar or whatever, and the guy there was selling cookware, and he made some chicken in the cookware, and we absolutely loved it, and we couldn't decide what to call it. But to remind ourselves what it was so that we would know when we wanted to make it again, we just started referring to it as That Man's Chicken. So anyway, I figured out how to make it in the air fryer, and I'm going to show you how tonight. Just a couple of tidbits. I'm going to be using boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and those are approximately 1 smart point per ounce. The boneless, skinless thighs that I'm using tonight are about 4 to 5 ounces each. So some of these are going to point out to 4 smart points and some of them to 5. I also used the nutritional yeast that y'all see me talk about so much. I used that on them, and I also used Dax Original Red seasoning, and I'll show that to you here in just a second when I turn the camera around. But again, it's That Man's Chicken, and we're going to make it in the air fryer, approximately 4 to 5 smart points for a boneless, skinless chicken thigh. Absolutely delicious. They taste fried, and my husband would eat this every day. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. First things first, I told you I was using Dax Original Red spice mix, and this is absolutely yummy. The people at Dax were kind enough to send it to me for me to try. I honestly have not figured out how to describe this. My daughter says that it tastes a lot like the potato chips that are out right now, that is some kind of Canadian seasoning. It's like All In or something like that, but she says it's really good. This is good, and it has no salt in it, so we're going to use this tonight. I also mixed it with some nutritional yeast, and you all know I love Bragg nutritional yeast. I've been experimenting with the Trader Joe's nutritional yeast. I honestly can't tell the difference between the two of them. The Dax seasoning is 0 smart points. The Bragg nutritional yeast, also 0 smart points for 1 tablespoon. And the Trader Joe's nutritional yeast, also 1 smart point for a tablespoon. And you can see I've already prepped some of my boneless, skinless chicken thighs. And again, those are about 4 to 5 ounces per thigh, per boneless, skinless chicken thigh. So some of these are going to be 4 smart points, some of them are going to be 5 smart points. I mixed together the seasoning with the nutritional yeast, and you can see I've already been making some. So where I've got my parchment paper prepped, it's already a little bit messy, but that's how I am. And even though these are boneless, skinless chicken thighs, I did go ahead and lightly spray them with some nonstick olive oil spray, just a little light spray, and that was just to help the nutritional yeast and the Dax Original Red seasoning stick to them. So let's go ahead and get that on the last one here. This is approximately 2 tablespoons of the nutritional yeast, and then about 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast for 6 of the thighs, and then this is probably a heavy teaspoon of the Dax Original Red, and I'm going to get these moved over into the air fryer. I have a Power XL air fryer, and you can see the Power XL is big enough. I am going to be putting all 6 of the boneless, skinless thighs in there, and again, they're a little, some of them are different size. Sorry, I'm trying to pick these up with my left hand while I use the camera, so that's going to be, fun to watch. And here we go. So mine is a Power XL, and you can get these you can order them online. That's where my husband got mine, and you can get them at Bed Bath & Beyond. If you get it at Bed Bath & Beyond, they'll be sure and take a coupon, and I know I've talked to you all about this before, but their coupons never expire. This is a large basket. It has the copper insert, and that's why it holds so many. So yours might not hold that many, but the Power XL does. And let's take it over to the fryer. So I'm going to carry it by the handle. Remember, don't push that red button. If you push the red button, the basket is going to come loose. And we're going to go ahead and get it in our air fryer. I'm going to do the start button, put it down on 360 degrees, and then I'm going to take the time up to 18 minutes. We're going to turn these at about halfway through, at about 9 minutes. Then I'm going to pick them up, and I'm going to turn them, and we're going to check on them and see how they're doing. So I'll be back in 9 minutes. do this with my left hand. So we're gonna move the basket back over again. Remember not to touch, don't touch the red button. If you touch the red button, all of this is gonna come falling apart. So we're gonna take each one of these, flip them over, but you can see how nice the top of them is looking. These are starting to fry up really well. Just gonna flip them over, and my Power XL fryer has the copper insert, so it helps things to not stick. You know, things that have some amount of, you know, of fat to them, which the boneless, skinless chicken thighs do. So we're gonna get these flipped over real quick, and then we're going to cook them for the other 9 minutes. And then we will check them again. Come on, flip over. Okay. So now that they are all flipped over, and you can see that they're already getting, you know, they're already getting done. Of course, we're halfway through. And on a Power Air Fryer XL, I can just push it in, and it's going to go ahead and start again where it picked up or left off. And we're going to be back in 9 minutes to see how they turned out. Okay, and we're back. We're down to the last minute, and these will be ready to come out here in just a second. So just as a reminder, this was in the Power Air Fryer XL. Put it on 360 degrees, and we've done 9 minutes on one side, 9 minutes on the second side. We are down to the last minute, and they're smelling good. So we're just about done. In the air fryer, this kind of air fryer, when it's done, it will actually go into a cool down mode. So here in just a second, we should enter the cool down mode, and then we'll take them out and see how they turned out. And this is cool down. So we don't really need it to cool down, so I'm going to go ahead and pull it out. But just so you know, and again, don't touch the red button, because now everything's really hot. And if we touch the red button, it's all going to come tumbling out. So one thing about chicken, if you're a stickler, you know, for safety, I guess I do need to make a safety announcement here. You should use a food thermometer to check your chicken. We are not going to do that for the sake of our recipe, but I'll just get 3 of them out here so you can see how they turned out. Those are perfectly fried, absolutely delicious. We are ready to eat. So there you have it, that man's chicken. And the boneless, skinless chicken thighs are approximately 4 to 5 smart points each. And this was made with, again, boneless, skinless chicken thighs, which are about approximately 1 smart point per ounce. And for 6 of them, I used approximately 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast and a heavy teaspoon of the Dax Red, original red seasoning. You can use, you know, seasoning of your choice. Lightly sprayed them with some nonstick olive oil spray, and we put them in the Power XL fryer on 360 for 18 minutes and turned them at 9 minutes, and they're perfectly fried. So it's time for dinner. And if you enjoyed this video and if you'd like to see me make more, don't forget to share, like, comment, share, and of course subscribe so that I can make some more. And also please visit me on www.IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and I'll list all the ingredients and instructions there. See you next time. Thank you.